The Forgotten Visitor. The story takes place in a remote mountain village far from the city. Esra, a young journalist, was working on articles about old and eerie events. One day, she came across a story that was not recorded in official archives, but was widely told among locals. The Forgotten Visitor. According to the tale, a stranger arrived in the village one night 100 years ago. No one knew who he was or why he had come. But after that night, several families in the village disappeared one by one. The legend claimed that the visitor still wandered around the village, waiting for new victims. Esra decided to investigate this story and set out for the village. On her way, her car broke down, but she managed to reach an abandoned farmhouse nearby. The farmhouse was old, damp, and dark. She had no choice but to spend the night there. Inside the house, Esra explored and found old photographs covered in dust, yellowed newspaper clippings, and a strange notebook filled with drawings. The drawings depicted a creature, tall, slender, and with a face completely veiled in darkness. One of the pages ended with a chilling sentence: "If you say his name, he will find you." Just then, the sound of a door creaking echoed through the house. Esra followed the sound and realized that the doors were closing one by one. She held her flashlight tight and tried to leave the house, but the door was locked. Helpless, she decided to stay inside for the night. As the night wore on, strange things began to happen in the house. Esra looked out the window and saw a silhouette watching her in the darkness. But when she shone her flashlight, the figure disappeared. Then, whispers began to emanate from the walls of the house. "Leave this place. He is coming." Panicked, Esra soon heard footsteps. The sounds came first from upstairs, then from the stairs. When she turned on her flashlight, she came face to face with the dark figure. But the figure vanished suddenly. Desperate to find a way out, Esra discovered a door leading to the basement. In the basement, she found an ancient altar that seemed to be centuries old. Surrounding the altar were candles, and in the center was a stone etched with strange symbols. When she touched the stone, the house began to shake. Esra tried to decipher the symbols on the stone and recalled a page from the notebook. This altar was built to summon the visitor. Releasing him is the only way to escape. Following the symbols on the altar, she performed a kind of ritual and connected the markings on the stone. But as the ritual concluded, the walls of the house cracked, and the dark figure appeared. The figure was now fully visible. Esra, paralyzed with fear, watched helplessly as it approached her. But suddenly, one of the symbols on the stone began to glow. Using this light, Esra managed to trap the figure back into the altar with the stone. However, there was a catch. The power of the symbol bound Esra to the altar as well. The figure disappeared, but as Esra touched the altar, she became a part of the darkness. When morning came, the farmhouse was completely silent. A group of villagers found Esra's car abandoned by the roadside, but there was no trace of her. Inside the farmhouse, they discovered a message carved onto the altar. "When the next visitor is ready, they will set me free." The screen fades to black, and the figure's glowing eyes appear, followed by a whisper: "Are you ready?"